Hi, Dr. John McGrail back with another edition of A Better You in a minute or two, and today we are going to talk a little bit more about the power, and I do mean power, of breathing. I got a lot of emails and texts from folks that have been using the exercises I introduced in episode 16 and 17, and you're reporting you feel great. And I also got a lot of questions that fell into two basic categories, so I wrote them down and I thought I'd address them today. The first has to do with the term conscious breathing. A lot of folks wrote in and said, hey, I get up, I go to work, I go to school, I go to the gym, I do what I do, I'm conscious, I'm breathing. So, well, yes, but you may remember that I mentioned that most of our breathing is done automatically. We're not aware of it, we just do it. And of course, we breathe all day, every day, and all night, every night. And the only time we have a really major problem is when we stop breathing. Well, maybe not a major problem, but certainly a big transition. The thing is, if you're breathing automatically and you're not aware of it, you're probably going through the motions, because most of us don't do it very well. But when we take time to sit down and quietly breathe on purpose, with purpose, in that moment, we are taking control of ourselves and the moment. We are creating more consciousness, more awareness, more clarity, more mindfulness. Now think about how much time we spend worrying about chewing on stuff that's already happened, the past. We can't do anything about it. And you're or worrying about the future, stuff that's going to happen that we have no control over. Meanwhile, we're losing control over the one thing we can control, now. So when we do this exercise and we continue to practice it, we get better and better and better at being in control now. So as stuff happens, that process called life, instead of reacting in a way that doesn't work very well, which is what a lot of us do a lot of the time, we can be present and respond in a way that serves our growth, well-being, and the greater good. What's not to like about that? The second question was, why 21 breaths? Why not 15 or 25 or 40? Well, there are two really good reasons for that. The first has to do with an experiment or a study that was done, I believe, at the University of Pennsylvania, where behavioral experts found that when someone is trying to learn a new skill or ingrain a new habit, 21 repetitions was the magic number for practice. So when I put this exercise together to help people become more clear, more mindful, more present, more in control, I thought, well, while they're practicing that, why not use 21? That's the magic number. The other reason has to do with the left brain, right brain dynamic. Most of you are aware that we have this left brain, which is the logical, cognitive, quantitative side of the brain. It's the part of our brain that likes to keep track of things, to keep score. So I thought, well, why not give the brain something to do? So while you're counting down from 21 to 0, you're giving your left brain, the scorekeeper, something to do while you're tuning into the more intuitive, inspirational, creative, spiritual right brain. And that's really the source of power when we're trying to change something or to create something. So we give the left brain something to do so it doesn't get in our way while we're tuning into that very, very powerful right brain. The second reason is that going through 21 breaths is enough time, or gives our mind enough time, to trigger what we call the relaxation response, which triggers very important physiological responses in the body. It reduces stress, it creates calm, it creates focus. It creates actually a slightly altered state of consciousness. It's like entering a very light state of hypnosis. And you may remember that hypnosis creates a very open, receptive state of mind. So why not create that open, receptive state of mind as we're learning a new habit, a new program, which is to be mindful and responsive rather than reactive. Now, if you combine the exercise from episode 16 with a visualization from episode 17, and as I asked you to do, you do it every single day, once or twice a day, what you are doing is creating a fundamental meditation practice. And as I mentioned last time, and this is going to be the subject of our next episode, meditation is one of the most powerful tools for creating and maintaining physical, emotional, and spiritual energetic balance that mankind has ever discovered. It's an amazing thing, and this is the beginning of it. Now, if you want to supercharge all of this, do this exercise somewhere out in a natural setting. Go to the woods or the mountains, go to the beach, find a park, sit next to a tree, see the sun, feel the kiss of the breeze on your face, and then when you close your eyes and you do the breathing exercise, you are interacting with the energy of nature, which is the energy of creation, which is the energy of perfection itself, away from all the artificial man-made stuff, which we have enough of in our life. So it just supercharges the whole thing. Anyway, till next time, keep practicing, enjoy the results, and remember, it's all about a better you.